and they'll be able to go and order boxes as well. Here's an example of a wine box right here. And in terms of the experience will try to stay as familiar as ordering a business card. So in this example here, I see on the right-hand side, I see a preview of how that box is going to look like. And then I customize it by choosing few of the predefined themes in this example, a Merlot theme, a Cabernet Sauvignon, or a Pinot Noir. I'm going to go with a Pinot Noir. I'm going to upload a picture or choose one that I've uploaded recently. This is me in my wedding 15 or say 20 pounds ago. I'm going to say hello world, and I'm going to hit the refresh preview. And that's where the magic starts, because really when we've looked into the investigating, understanding what that market bears or what the market needs, what we learned is that when we show someone a flat design of a box, that is sometimes not really resonate with them. They don't always see. I like to use my mom as an example. For my mom to understand how this turns into a box is just a little bit too complicated. That's why we now have the preview in 3D button here. That is the integration with boxitnow viewer, where we can now see a 3D live preview of my box in 3D. Double clicking on that box will take me through the process of converting a flat design, the flat design that I've just seen, into a 3D. With my mouse or with my fingers, I can rotate the box, I can zoom in and out, look at the edges, look at the details, see how well it fits, scroll back out, and look at the entire design. Can switch back to 2D preview. I can switch to a different theme. Again, refresh the preview and do this over and over again until I get to my desired design. Once I do that, you'll notice that as I see the 2D, I also have an indicator here that tells me that the 3D preview is coming. It is taking a few seconds, and then I can switch over and see the 3D and get myself acquainted with the 3D preview as well. Once I have that 3D preview done and I'm ready to continue with my ordering process, the rest of the ordering process is as straightforward as any other U-Store experience, including our pricing mechanism, our budget management, our approval process, etc., etc. So how did I get to add a 3D preview to an XMPie U-Store product? So my first step is actually going to the boxitnow website, where I have identified the box structure, or selected the box structure from the list of categories, and then I can set up my finishing types. I can set up my board types and dimensions of the product. Once I'm done doing that, boxitnow will now give me a unique identifier that keeps all my pre-designed instructions or predetermined instructions about the structure, material, and size, and into this one unique identifier. At the same time, I can now go to the Share File tab and download an EPS of my die line or a high-resolution PDF of my die line. I can download that PDF and put it into an InDesign document as I did here. From here on, this is a straightforward XMPie experience. I can go ahead and add, and I've done this before, so I'm just going to go ahead and add. For example, I'm going to add the background here, and I'm going to add a couple of elements like this one right here, the tagline. I'm going to add the other elements on this box here. And I'm going to tag those elements into XMPie adores. By the way, this example here, which you see now on screen, is a great example of my ability to use the audience feature. So if we'll take this document here, we'll see that with every theme, few things change. The stroke style, the fill style, the text, the tagline, the second line, the icon, and so on. All these things changes based on or derived based on a theme, one single theme indicator. So I have identified an audience, basically an audience for Merlot, for Cabernet Sauvignon, and for Pinot Noir. And then I'm now able to go to each and every one of these audiences and define all the adore objects within a single window. So for Merlot, I can define the background, I can define the stroke style, the brand, the tagline, and so on. And then I can switch to the next one and do all these adores modification within a single window. If you're not familiar with the XMPie audience feature, please go to our campus website at campus.xmpie.com and learn more about the audience feature. So I've tagged my document here, and I made that document an XMPie product within UStore. The next thing that I had to do is to marry that document with the unique identifier that I got from boxitnow. I do that by simply adding one more property to my document. And from there on, my document is now my XMPie document is now also a boxitnow document. So it's as simple as that. Just start off with a boxitnow structure and size and material, and apply XMPie graphics and adores to the design, marry the two together, and any XMPie product can now turn into a 3D product. The other thing that I want to show you is, so this is obviously one example. The other example would be applying an entire graphics. So for that, I have that example here where one can download a die template. I've already downloaded a die template right here. So this will be my die template, and I've simply applied graphic here. I used in this example, I just used my Acrobat to add one graphic element. Once I did that, I can now go back to UStore, and I can upload my die right there. If need be, I can go to an editing mode or cropping mode if need be, and I can click on the refresh preview. I can see my flat design right here, and also my 3D preview as well. So I'm going to click on the 3D preview, and as I rotate the box, I will see my graphics apply right here. So this addresses another scenario where someone just wants to upload a whole design, a whole graphics, and wrap a box around it, and still stay within the XMPie experience, e-commerce experience. Our integration also goes forward to the job management section. So every boxitnow document or every boxitnow product is managed within the UStore backend, just as any other XMPie product would, including the necessary attributes in the job ticket, an icon that reflects the design in the job ticket as well, and